what up? It's your boy, Will Nicholls. I'm here with Debra Harding, and today we're talking about a little concept that we were literally just discussing, which is this concept of, especially in the spiritual communities, this like ho-hum mentality. Who am I to serve these people? Who am I to be a teacher? Who am I to speak in front of people? Who am I to write this book? Whatever it is that you are applying this to, but just realizing that concept of lack and how irrelevant it is in your experience, like ultimately, because you are here to acknowledge the abundance that is present and recognize that there is no such thing as lack, and this whole hum needs to go. This is not what we're here for. We are sovereign beings. This is our creation.
Yeah. And there's no such thing as lack, and there's no such thing as randomness.
Yeah.
Everything is connected. So when something comes into your life, there's a reason for that, always. But wait, yeah, there's a reason for it. So we go into our minds, well, what's the reason?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's the reason? And we think about it, and we ask people, and we go online, and we try and find information. No. There is a reason. That's all we need to really know. There's a reason. I know there's a reason. And you get past that part, and you stay on your road, your focus. You stay clear. You stay aligned.
Focus is really important with that too.
Essential.
Yeah. So important.
Yeah. Oh, I got a text.
Just a mini dance party in the middle.
So going back to feeling, is it not unworthiness that you were talking about? And you didn't use that word?
Yeah, because if you get to the core of it, it is unworthiness. It's I am unworthy of serving these people in whatever way that's applying to. For me, it was like, I'm unworthy of coaching because I'm so young. That was what I went through when I kind of was working through all of this. Or I'm unworthy of, teaching seminars or, speaking in front of people. Kind of what you were just talking about there, too. That sense of, like, it's almost like an unease that comes over us because we fall back into that unconscious programming that says, who am I to do that?
Mm-hmm. And you know who we are?
You know who the fuck we are?
We are divine beings. We are, I love the way Swami Muktananda puts it. God dwells within you as you. And you can change that word God to any word you like, because it doesn't matter. Divine essence, a universal mind, source, life force. But you are part of this spark, just like you were part of the drop in the ocean. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. So if I don't do what I feel very guided to do most of the time, because I feel like, who am I? Because I don't have any certificates on the wall. I don't have any education as far as that worldly education goes. Or who am I? Well, I am a divine being that has a lot to say because I love this journey and I want to share it and I want to bring people with me. That's who I am.
And I think it's really important to ask yourself too, who am I looking to validate me? Like who is going to validate my existence? Because that's what whenever we feel unworthy, it's just a search for validation. It's a search for, well, I need someone to give me permission to do this. And you have to give yourself permission and realize that no one's going to give you permission. And if people do give you permission, they actually have no authority to do that. And a lot of the times it can be, they'll give you permission, but in a very limited way. They'll put you in a box or give you this label. Like even the label of a Reiki master, even the label of like spiritual teacher, like all of these things, they're not who you are, they're just a part of who you are. And to limit yourself to that and to seek validation for a label, like that's all it is, a piece of paper on the wall, like it's irrelevant. You have to validate yourself, and you have to realize that that's the only being in the whole universe that can validate you, and you're already validated. There's no need to even validate yourself. It's just a realization that everything that I do is valid, everything that I do is sovereign, everything that I do is what I'm supposed to be doing. Because if it wasn't, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Say that again.
Yeah, everything that we do is sovereign. Everything that we do validates our own experience because, again, if we weren't supposed to do it, we wouldn't be able to do it.
Exactly. Everything is divine, everything is perfect. And I know that's such a woo-woo spiritual thing to say. just at a sideline, I would love to eradicate spirituality and just call it life.
I say fuck spirituality.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, we needed that. That's an old paradigm. Now we just need to live fully.
I just realized that this whole concept of spirituality is just a part of ourselves. That's just who we are.
Yeah,
it's not a thing. It's not a label. It's not a dogma. It's not a religion. It's not a way of life. It's not a path. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
This is what we just used to define that.
We're infinite.
Infinite. Infinitely looping.
And we are having a human experience playing this really cool game.
Yeah. As a spiritual being.
Right. And we are all in this together, every single one of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
every
we make up the collective.
Human being. Absolutely. And if you think that time is moving fast and it's crazy and you're so sensitive, that's because time is moving faster and you're so sensitive.
Yeah. And you are a little crazy.
Yeah. But it's moving faster because the energy is raising. It's getting higher and higher and higher. And that's what we want, is it not? That's what we want. And so that's what we got to focus on, not what's going on in the news. And throw away those newspapers and just stay in here.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in here and remember that you are part of everything.
There's
and
no
each other.
Separation.
No.
There really is no separation. Like that's the grand Maya, the illusion, right? It serves a purpose, right? It does, and it's important, and that's why I don't like on the spiritual side of things where people go too far and say there's no duality, like it's all oneness. It's true, but there is still duality. It exists for a reason. We have masculine, feminine polarities, positive, negative polarities. You know, earth, sky, fire, water. It serves a purpose because it shows us how even what physically looks like opposites are still interconnected.
Everything serves a purpose.
Everything.
It's like I've heard that doctors say you don't need your appendix, but it's here, so it serves a purpose.
Yeah.
And back to the oneness or unity consciousness. People are talking about, we'll just all get together and sing kumbaya and love each other, and there are times for that, but also the pain that we feel for what's happening around the world with the weather, and I don't even want to talk about that, but you know what I mean, that stuff that happens out there, and then we feel sad or fear, angst. That's unity consciousness too. That's exciting. Think about it. That's proving that we are all connected. So we just feel it. It's just energy anyway. So we just feel it, we let it go, and we come back to our alignment.
Yeah. The age of meditating in a cave is over. Like, it is
We
over.
don't need to do that anymore.
No. We're here because we chose to come here now because it's the most exciting time to be alive and because there's a lot of shit to do. There's a lot of shit to do.
And we could do it faster than ever before.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important. And this is a concept that I talk about a lot, which is inspired action. And constantly bringing that inspiration forth to initiate action. Because if we're just acting out of a place of reaction, where we're just reacting to our environment, and even if it is in a positive quote-unquote way, where it's like, this is negative and I need to fix it, you're still reacting to it. And it's not your highest excitement, and it's not what actually you're inspired to do. Proper action, maybe your ego is like, I don't really want to do this, but you know that by doing this, it's going to bring me excitement, and it's going to bring the collective excitement, and it's going to bring everybody on some level a sense of service, like I am serving you. And we do that through inspired action, by constantly being in that state of inspiration, tapping into that, realizing and loving and recognizing when we're not in that state, and appreciating that, because we do need moments of rest. We can't just be go, go, go all the time.
Right.
But you can't be, mindless action is outrageous. Mindless action. Unconscious action.
Right.
It's we're done with that.
We understand that is old stuff too.
Yeah.
That we actually can be present and we can be aware, and awareness. The more we're aware, the more we connect to our divinity, we are affecting the collective.
Yeah.
Every single time. Even when we meditate on our own. We are, even when we're...
Everything that you do that excites you and that brings you closer to feeling good and feeling God, you're serving the collective. You're serving everyone else. So never think, and this is kind of what we talked about earlier, was you can't be so focused on just serving others, and while you're neglecting yourself, because that's not actually serving others.
No, because you are others.
You are others. There's no separation in that in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah. that was perfect. From what we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Selflessly selfish.
Yeah.
Gotta be selflessly selfish.
We're in this together, baby.
That's
You
it.
know? You're not alone.
Not alone.
No.
At all.
No.
Oh.
So know that you are loved. Thank you for being there for us, hearing us, and giving us a platform to share our passion.
Yeah. Where are you?
And you're looking good today.
Yeah, you're looking fine as fuck.